Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is July 16th, 1969. We are at historic Crosley Field for a big National League West matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. The Braves come into this game a record of 50-42. They have the most wins in the division, but the Dodgers at 49 wins and the Giants at 49 wins are right behind them. The Cincinnati Reds are in fourth place. They're 45-42. They got some ground they need to make up to get into the top three. So this is a very important game for the Reds here. It's a big important game for both teams here as we get a good matchup here in the middle of July in the season. Ron McGrath, Brian Bree, Craig Scarborough, and Vita Productions join us here first through the turnstiles at Crosley Field. The Reds historically won this game. The Reds had 10 runs, 13 hits, and 2 errors. The Braves have 7 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. But we all know Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. And we're going to go ahead and have a good game tonight. At least I hope so. Brian B., of course, I hope you have your lineup and your roster for this game for 1969, as I will be calling upon you to make certain decisions possibly, because you are the Reds fan in this chat. So, if everybody is ready to go, it is time for some big-time baseball between the Braves and the Reds. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds tonight was Tony Cloninger. 11 wins, 17 losses, a 5.02 ERA, 103 strikeouts, and 99 walks in 69. Not that great a year for him. We are at Crosley Field, and this is a hitter's park. 171 home runs, -2 to strikeouts, and -1 to walks. So we could see a few bombs being hit here tonight, but you never know. Let us go to the top of the first as Philip Reynolds joins us here at Crosley Field, and we shall find out. Leading off for the Braves, we the right fielder, Felipe Alou, 282 average, 5 homers, and 32 RBIs. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Reds are the home team in the penultimate year at Crosley Field. They would be in this stadium for half of 1970 before moving into the stadium by the front of the river. But let's see how it goes tonight. Cloninger, 3-2, and that is a home run result. And against the righty, Felipe Alou needs a 4. That's a 1, and we're off. And here we go. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Felipe Alou. Leadoff bomb puts the Braves ahead 1-0 as Tony Cloninger pitches him a meatball, and Alou only had 5 home runs that year, but that is a 1. He needed a 4, and he gets it. And the next batter will be the center fielder, Tony Gonzalez, a 269 average, 12 homers, and 58 RBIs. Cloninger, 1-1. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 1-5. That is a home run to center field against a righty. Gonzalez needs a 9. That's a 2. And I think that's the first time I ever let off a game with back-to-back jacks. Kaboom! Ball is hit pretty high. That ball is hit pretty deep. And that ball is hit pretty gone. Home run, Tony Gonzalez. Stadium groans. Felipe Alou hits a bomb, and then Gonzalez hits a bomb right behind him. I think that's the first time I ever had a game led off with 2 home runs in a row. Still nobody out in the top of the first. And the next batter will be the first baseman, Hank Aaron. Don't know anything about him, though. 300 average, 44 home runs, 97 RBIs. Pretty much think he's just a late inning call-up or something. Cloninger, 6'2", strikeout, 12 is high. Aaron, a 6'3", and he hits a deep fly ball to left field. But Jimmy Stewart will get to that one and make the catch. I don't know who this Hank Aaron guy is anyway, but I'm pretty sure he'll wind up back in the minors somehow. Next batter is the left fielder, Rico Carty, 342 average, 16 homers, 58 RBIs. Jimmy Jam joins us here at Crosley Field. Cloninger, 1-6, wild pitch. 6-6, strikeout 1, got him. He'll get Carty. And that is the first strikeout for Cloninger, 2 down. So now we will see the third baseman, Clete Boyer, 250 average, 14 homers, 57 RBIs. Cloninger will pitch. Cloninger, 4-5, error on a grounder. Boyer, 2-1, and that's a power hit. That's a hit to left field. That's a 2. And against a righty, that's going to be a double for Boyer. To double to left field, left fielder for the Reds is Jimmy Stewart. His error rating is a 7. He will not make an error. He'll get to it and toss it in. But Boyer gets himself a double to continue the inning. And now the second baseman, Felix Millan, 267 average, 6 homers, 57 RBIs in 69. And let's see here, Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at Crosley Field. Nothing on the 2, Boyer will stay put. Cloninger, 6'3", against the righty, that's an automatic out. And it will be a ground out to second, handled by Tommy Helms. He will throw it over to first to retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, leadoff back-to-back jacks by Felipe Alou and Tony Gonzalez. We go to the bottom of the first. Buckle up, everybody. It could be one of those games. Starting pitcher for the Atlanta Braves in this game was Pat Jarvis. 13 wins, 11 losses, a 4.44 ERA. 123 strikeouts and 66 walks that year. So now we'll see what the Reds do. Leading off for the Reds is the right fielder, some bum by the name of Pete Rose. 348 average, 16 homers, 82 RBIs. Hall of Famer? Nah, definitely not in the Hall of Fame. But yeah, one of the greatest of all time. Jarvis, 1-4, strikeout 11 is high. Rose, 4-3, and he leads off with a base hit to center field. So Rose gets a leadoff single, puts a runner on. And now we will see the left fielder, Jimmy It's a Wonderful Life Stewart. 253 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs in 69. Strategy roll, and that is a 1. Rose gets the steal sign, but I don't think you're stealing here. I think you'll call back. Jarvis will pitch. Jarvis, 3-4. That is a home run result against the righty. Stewart needs a 6. That's a 4. And just like that, it's tied right up. As I said, it's going to be one of those games. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep to center field, and it is gone. Home run, Jimmy Stewart. Stadium cheers. Yay! And we're tied at 2 here. We're not even out of the first inning. Jimmy Stewart hits a 2-run bomb. And this is going to be one of those games. Next batter will be the center fielder, Bobby Tolan, a 305 average, 21 home runs, 93 RBIs in 69. Nobody out still, bottom of the first. Jarvis, 6'5", against the lefty, it's an out. And that will be a ground out to second base, taken care of by Felix Millan. And over to first it goes. That next batter is the third baseman, Hall of Famer Tony Perez, 294 average, 37 homers, 122 RBIs. DB and Marlon Price join us here at Crosley Field. Jarvis, a 5-6. That's a blank. Perez, 5-1. That's a ground out to short, handled by Gil Garrido, and he will get that and throw it over. And now the first baseman, Lee May, a 278 average, 38 homers, 110 RBIs in 69. Jarvis, 4-6 against a righty. It's a blank. May, a 6-1, and that's a ground ball to short again. Again, taken care of by Garrido. He will throw it over to first and retire the side. 2 runs on 2 hits, a single by Rose, and a 2-run bomb by Jimmy Stewart. We are on our way, tied at 2 after 1. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Braves will be the catcher, Bob Didier, 256 average, no homers and 32 RBIs in 69. Cloninger, a 2-1 walk, 20. That's too high. Didier, 5-3, and against a righty, it's a fly out to right. That'll be handled by Mr. Rose, and he will put it away for the out. Next up is the shortstop, Gil Garrido, 220 average, 10 RBIs in 69. Cloninger, 2-6, strikeout 6. That is too high. Garrido, 4-2, and that's a grounder right back to the pitcher. Cloninger will go ahead and get that and underhand it to first for the out. 2 away, and now the pitcher, Pat Jarvis, a 113 average and 4 RBIs in 69. Not terrible. Cloninger with the deal. Cloninger, 5-3. That's a blank. Jarvis, 6-6. That's flied to right field. And getting over there will be, once again, Mr. Pete Rose. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Bravos. We go to the bottom of the second, as both pitchers start trying to feel each other out. Leading off for the Natty will be the second baseman, Tommy Helms, a 269 average, a homer, and 40 RBIs in 69. Jarvis, 5-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 6-5 against a righty, walk. That 6 is too high. Helms, 1-2, and he grounds it to short as well. That'll be taken care of by Garrido. And Garrido will throw it over to first. Third straight put out by Gil Garrido at short. And now the shortstop, Chico Ruiz, a 245 average and 13 RBIs for the Reds that year. Ben Wicks joins us here at Crosley Field. Jarvis, 4-6 against the switch left. That's an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to right. That'll be handled by Felipe Alou for out number 2. And now here's the catcher, Pat Corrales. Brian B., I'm not 100% sure, but was Bench injured at this time? Because he is not on the roster. He was not on the roster for this game at all. Corrales, a 264 average, a homer, and 5 RBIs. Jarvis will go ahead and pitch. Jarvis, 4-6 against the righty. It's a blank. Corrales, 3-1. That's grounded to second base. Felix Milan will go ahead and get that, throw it over to first, and retire the side. So after two big runs scored by the Braves and the Reds in the first inning, both teams go 1, 2, 3 in the second. We're tied at 2 after 2. Steeler fan joins us here at Crosley Field. We go to the top of the third. And let's see, leading off for the Braves will be Felipe Alou. He led off the game with a bomb. Cloninger, 1-1. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 1-2. That is a blank. We will have a rare play with bases empty. 53, slow roller to the pitcher, who bobbles the ball, then throws wild to first, resolved by rolling against the pitcher error rate once for each chance. Well, Cloninger's error rating is a 5. That's a 20. He doesn't bobble it. That's a 19. He doesn't make an error on a throw. So that's going to be an easy play for Cloninger. It will be a G1, and that is out number 1, as Felipe Alou just grounds it right to Cloninger. Not sure you don't have 1969 on action, on Inside Pitcher Action PC. Well, I thought you might know. That'll bring up the center fielder, Gonzalez. He also has a bomb. I think it is the first time ever that I had 2 home runs lead off the game. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that is the truth. I've had home runs lead off a game, yes, but not 2. Cloninger, 3-6, strikeout, 16 is high. Gonzalez, 5-6, and that's a ground out to short, handled by Chico Ruiz, and over to first it goes. And that'll bring up the hammer. Hammer is 0 for 1. Cloninger, he will pitch. 4-5, error on a grounder. Aaron, 2-1. Nope, that's a fly out. That's a fly ball to right. That will be handled by Mr. Rose. He will get to it and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Braves. Bottom of the third coming up. Leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Tony Cloninger. He has a 167 average. He has a home run and 5 RBI, so he can hit the ball. Jarvis will deal. Jarvis, 5-2, range play. Cloninger, 4-4. It's a hit. It's hit to third base, and that ball is hit to Clete Boyer. His range is a 3. That's a 3. Nice play by Boyer. He's got it, and he'll throw to first to get out Cloninger. And that is out number 1. Nice play by Boyer. And now the batter is Rose. Rose got a base hit his first time up. He played in 148 games, so he couldn't have been on IL, probably just day-to-day and not able to play. That's what I'm thinking, because he is not on the roster at all. I do not have him on the bench for this game, according to action. Jarvis will pitch. Jarvis, 1-2, strikeout, 18 is high. Rose, 1-3, slaps one past short. That will be a single for Rose. So Rose gets his second hit of the game. And now the fans here at Crosley Field give Stewart a big round of applause as he hit a bomb his first time up. Infield is at double play. Rod's Tabletop Hoops joins us here at Crosley Field. Good to see you there, sir. It's been a while since I've had you in the chat. Strategy roll for Rose, and he's not going anywhere. Stewart gets the bunt, but he'll swing. Jarvis, 5-5, home run chance. Switch left, 1-10, 17 is too high. Stewart, 1-3. This time he hits one to center field, but that'll be a fly out. And that'll be taken care of by Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. And now here's Tolan. Tolan is 0 for 1. Rose, strategy roll, and that is a 1. He gets the steal sign, but I'm not sending him. Jarvis, 6-2, error on a grounder. Tolan, 3-4. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Felix Millan. His error rating is a 6. That's a 4, and that is an error. That's going to be a 1-base error. Runners at first and second now. As a bad play by Felix Millan, and that is going to be an E4. That is the first error on the Braves. They did not have any errors in the game historically, but now Tolan keeps it going with a big error, and now the batter is Perez. Perez is 0 for 1. Bench didn't play from July 11th to July 18th, so maybe hurt or something, but not enough to put him on the IL. So runners at first and second on a bad error by Millan. Strategy roll. That is a 2, nothing happening. Jarvis will pitch. Jarvis, 6-3, another possible error. Perez, 4-3. That's a base hit to left field. Left fielder is Rico Cardi. His error rating is a 14. That's a 2. It's going to be a single and an error. So that's going to be a single and an E7. Single and an E7. So Rose will automatically score. Tolan goes to third, Perez to second, and with 2 outs, Tolan's base running rating is a 6. He will automatically score. The question is, does Perez make third? Yes, he does. A single and an error, which will bring in 2 runs for the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! And that is the second error on the Braves in this inning. And now it's 4-2 in favor of the Reds. And Jarvis not happy. And here comes May with Perez on at third. May is 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, but now 4-2 Reds. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Jarvis will go ahead and pitch. Jarvis, 3-2 against a righty. It's a blank. May, 6-1. Ground out to short. That will be taken care of there by Garrido. And the throw goes to first to end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. And the Reds have a 4-2 lead after 3. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the Braves will be Rico Carty, and he's 0 for 1. Made a very big error out there, which allowed 2 runs to score. Cloninger will go ahead and pitch. Cloninger, 4-4. Error on a throw. Carty, 5-1. That is not going to be an error. That's a slow hit ball to third. Carty does make it to first. Third baseman is Tony Perez. His error rating is an 11. That's an 8. And he's still going to try to get him out. And that is going to be a throwing error. That is a single on an error on Perez. E5, first error on the Reds. And they had 2 of them in the game historically. Infield single with a throwing error, so Carty winds up at second base. Now the batter is Boyer. We're getting everything in this game early. Boyer got a double his first time up. Cloninger will go ahead and strategy roll first. Nothing on the 18. Cloninger will pitch. Cloninger, 4-5. Error on a grounder. Boyer, 1-6. And that's a base hit to right field for Boyer. Right fielder is Rose. His error rating is a 4. That's a 15. He won't make an error. So normal runner advancement. Carty, base runner 2. Single to right +1. A 1-3. Carty will score. And he does. It's 4-3. Boyer comes through with an RBI single. 4-3 game. Remember, 17 runs were scored in this game historically, and we're on our way. Next batter is Mian, and Mian is 0 for 1. Boyer on at first, still nobody out the top of the 4th. Infield double play. Boyer will stay where he is. Cloninger, 4-3. That's blank. Mian, 3-3. That's a grounder to second base. 2-1-2. Shortstop, pivot Ruiz 0, 1-2. It's a double play. No. Boyer thrown out at second. Mian reaches first. Fielder's choice. 1 out. Batter is Didier. Didier is 0 for 1. Infield still at double play depth. And nothing on the 14. Cloninger will pitch. Cloninger, 2-4. That's a blank. Not tired. Didier, 6-1. And that is a grounder to shortstop. 1-0-1. Second base pivot Helms +1. A 1-2. It's a double play. No. Beyond threw out at second. Didier reaches first for out number 2. So another fielder's choice. And now it'll bring up Garrido. Garrido is 0 for 1. Infield is now back. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Didier stays put. Cloninger, 1-2. Walk. 19 is high. Garrido, 3-3. And that is a ground out to short. This will be taken care of by Chico Ruiz. And he's going to he's going to actually throw to second against Didier. And that will retire the side. So 1 run on 2 hits. And 1 error. An ugly game so far. We go to the bottom of the 4th. We had an ugly game last night. We had 6 errors in that game combined last night. And we already have 3 here. Jarvis back on the mound. Leading off for the Red Stockings will be Tommy Helms. He's 0 for 1. 4-3 Reds, bottom of the 4th. Jarvis, 2-6, strikeout, 18 is high. Helms, 3-5, and that's ground out to third. Boyer will go ahead and get that and throw it over to first. Next batter is Ruiz, and Ruiz is 0 for 1. Cutter Historical joins us here at Crosley Field. Jarvis, 3-5 against the switch left. That's a walk plus 10, and that 4 will walk Ruiz. Ruiz will trot down to first. That's only the first walk issued by Jarvis. And the batter now is Corrales. Corrales is 0 for 1, infield double play. Jarvis had 4 stolen bases, and he is not getting anything there. Corrales does get the hit and run. He does get the hit and run here. But I think you swing away. Jarvis will go ahead and pitch. Jarvis, 1-4, strikeout 6, got him. And that's the right thing to do. So that'll be a strikeout for Jarvis. That's his first. First K for Jarvis. And 2 down. Next up is Cloninger. He'll bat. Cloninger is 0 for 1. And let's see, Jarvis. 27. So Cloninger will come on to bat here. 2 outs now. John Haverly joins us here at Crosley Field. And that's a 20. Jarvis throws to first, and Ruiz will get back. Jarvis only has a balk rating, but you still roll for that. Jarvis, 3-3, strikeout 18, swing and a miss, struck them out, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Jarvis, nothing across except the walk. It is 4-3 in favor of the Redlegs. Very important game here in the National League West. As we go to the top of the 5th, the Braves, 50 wins, right on top there with the Dodgers and the Giants. The Reds are in 4th place at this time. Leading off for the Braves will be Pat Jarvis, and he's 0 for 1. Cloninger will pitch. Cloninger, 1-4, walk plus 10, and that 10, he walked him. Wow, Cloninger walks Jarvis. So you walk the pitcher, and that's only the first walk issued by Cloninger. He had 99 of them that year. Infield double play depth now for Alou. Alou is 1 for 2 with a bomb. Strategy roll. I don't think Jarvis is going anywhere, and he won't. No, I'm fine there, Ron McGrath. I didn't get touched. All I got was rain over here. Nothing. The hurricane hit the armpit of Florida. I'm just fine. The North Florida and the armpit got massive flood. Got some very bad flooding. Cloninger, 5-2, range play. Alou, 4-5. That's a fly ball to right field. That's hit to Mr. Pete Rose. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to drop in, and that is going to be a double for Felipe Alou. Will it score Jarvis? Base running 1. A double to right field. -1 is a 0 because Rose actually has a decent arm. So Jarvis is going to hold at third, and Alou is on at second. So that's a double for Alou. And now the tying run 90 feet away for Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 1 for 2 with a bomb. And now the infield will play in. So Cloninger will go ahead and pitch to Gonzalez with the tying run at third base. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Cloninger, 3-4, strikeout 3, got him, Big K. And that is strikeout number 2 for Cloninger, 1 out. And that will bring up this bum. The hammer is 0 for 2. 2 men out, 1 man out, sorry. Infield is in. The hammer is at the plate. Strategy roll. That is a 1, and nothing happening. Jarvis stays at third, Alou on at second. Cloninger will go ahead and deal. Cloninger, 4-5, error on a grounder. Aaron, 2-2. Nope, it's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught by Bobby Tolan. That is out number 2. Aaron, a sacrifice fly of 1. Does not bring in Jarvis. Jarvis, a base runner of 1. Tolan, a -1 arm, which makes Jarvis a 0. He stays at third. Aaron cannot bring in the tying run. And now a chance for Cardi. Cardi, 1 for 2, singled and got an extra base on an error. Runners at second and third. Now the infield is back. Cloninger is 1 out away from getting out of this. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Cloninger will pitch. Cloninger, 2-5. That's a walk plus 10, and that will walk Cardi, and the bases are full of Braves. And that will bring up Cleet Boyer. Boyer is 2 for 2, a single and a double, with 2 outs here. Jarvis on at third, Felipe Alou on at second, Cardi on at first. Cloninger looking in on Boyer. And a chance here for Boyer to get some runs and tie this up. Cloninger sets up. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Cloninger will pitch. 5-3. That's a blank. Boyer. 3-2. And it's a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up there by Tony Perez. He's going to throw to second to get Cardi, and the Reds get out of it. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs, a hit, and a walk. And the Braves get nothing as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Reds will be Mr. Pete Rose. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 4-3 Reds, bottom of the 5th. Jarvis, 1-1. That's a range play at the park. Crosley field, 1-1. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 15. That is a home run chance. Rose against the righty needs an 11. Does Rose hit 1 out? No, he doesn't, but now it's a range play at the park. So that was so that's now a fly ball to right field. So now going back at the wall is Felipe Alou. His range is a 3. And he's got it at the wall. What a catch by Felipe Alou. 1 out. Rose doesn't get the home run, and Felipe Alou makes the catch at the wall. What a play. And now the batter is Stewart. Stewart is 1 for 2. That is a web gem. Yes, Cutter Historical was the last full year at Crosley. They did play at Crosley halfway in 1970 before moving into the stadium by the front of the river. Jarvis will pitch to Stewart. Jarvis, 3-2 against the switch left. That's an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to short. Gil Garrido will get that and throw it over to first for the play. That was what you call a loud out by Rose. Here's Tolan. And Tolan is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Jarvis, a 1-3 strikeout, 20 misses. Tolan, 4-3. That's a power hit to left. That's an 11. And against the righty, Tolan is going to have a 2-out triple. Tolan will wind up at third to continue the inning on a 2-out triple by Tolan. Now the batter is Perez. Perez is 1 for 2, singled and got an extra base on an error. 2 outs here, bottom of the fifth. 4-3 Reds. A big chance for the Reds to get a run. Nothing on the 6th. Jarvis will go ahead and pitch to Perez. Fans here at Crosley Field hoping for a big hit. Jarvis. 2-2. That's at the park. Crosley Field. 1-6. And Perez is going to do it. That's going to be a double into center field. Perez will wind up at second. Tolan will score. It's 5-3 Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! Tony Perez comes through with a big-time double into center field. Next batter is May, and May is 0 for 2. Jarvis looking in on May with 2 men out, but the Reds do have a run in here in this inning. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 16. Jarvis. 4-1. Strikeout 11. Cold strike 3 on May. He got him, and the inning is over. And that is strikeout number 3 for Jarvis. But 1 run on 2 hits for the Reds. And they now have a 5-3 lead after 5. So to get Jeopardy's daily double, we have RJL's daily triple. Top of the 6th. Game's actually moving pretty well. Felix Millan leads off for the ATL. He is 0 for 2. Cloninger can pitch to... Actually, I think Cloninger... Is he tired? Not yet. Cloninger will be tired after Millan. Jarvis still has 4 more batters he can face, but Cloninger will go ahead and pitch. Top of the 6th inning, Cloninger. 6-2, strikeout 5. That will be too high. Millan, 3-1, fly out to center. Bobby Tolan will go ahead and get to it and make the catch for the out, 1 down. Cloninger is now tired. And now the batter is Didier. Didier is 0 for 2. Cloninger sets up. And now Cloninger, let him pitch till they score 1. Okay. Cloninger, 2-2 against the switch left. It's a blank. Didier, 6-6. And that is a grounder to first. That'll be taken care of by May. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And now the batter is Garrido. Garrido is 0 for 2. Cloninger, 6-3 against the righty. That's an auto out, and it will be a grounder to short. And coming over is Ruiz. He will get that, toss it over, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Cloninger. Nice job. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tommy Helms leads off for the Natty. He is 0 for 2. Good matchup here between the Braves and the Reds here at Crosley Field. Jarvis, 6-5 against the righty. Walk, 7 is high. Helms, 1-5, and that's a ground out to short. Taken care of there by Garrido, and he will throw it over to first. Next up is Ruiz, and Ruiz is 0 for 1 with a walk. Jarvis, 1-5, hit by pitch. That's too high. Ruiz, 2-1, and against the righty, it's a base hit. He'll hit that one past third. Single for Ruiz, that's his first hit of the game. And now the batter is Corrales. Corrales is 0 for 2. Cloninger is due to bat up next. Do you want him to bat or do you want him to pinch hitter? Jarvis, strategy roll, infield a double play, and nothing happening there. Corrales will swing. Jarvis, 6-3, possible error. Corrales, 4-6. It's a base hit to left field. Left fielder is Rico Cardi. His error rating is a 14. That is a 14, and he's going to misplay it out there again. So it's a single and an error. So it's an E7. Let's make sure of something here. Okay. So a single and an error. So Ruiz automatically makes third. Corrales automatically makes second. Ruiz's base running rating is a 4. Does he score? No, he holds. So he does not score. That is the third error on the Braves. So a single and an error puts runners at second and third. Now the batter is Cloninger. And you say Alex Johnson if on the roster. Let me see. He is not. Here are your choices so you don't know really much about the 69 Reds. All right, I'll show you. Here are your choices. Beecham, Whitfield, Savage, Cheney, or Woodward. The Reds didn't go through many players in 69. So these are who on. So who do you want there, Brian B? I'll give you the option. Normally, I would bring in the guy I pick. In that case, that's the guy with the most at-bats. All right, very well. All right. So runners at second and third. Infield's going to come in. And that's it for Tony Cloninger. But what a job he did a pretty good job. So Cloninger leaves with a W. And coming on to pinch hit for the Reds is going to be Woody Woodward. 261 average and 15 RBIs. Ruiz on at third. Corrales on at second. A single and an error allows an extra run there. But Ruiz can't score. So Corrales has to stay at second. Infield is in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Infield is in with 1 out. Jarvis will pitch. Jarvis, 5-6. It's a blank. Woodward, 5-1. That's a ground ball to first. Chico Ruiz's base running rating is a 2 with the infield in. Do you send him, Brian B? He would score on a 1, 2, or 6. The throw will go to the plate. Hold him. They will hold the runners. Woodward will be out at first for out number 2. So the runners will stay put. So the throw goes to first. Jarvis is tired. But now the batter is Mr. Rose. Rose is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Jarvis due to lead off the 7th. They're going to let him pitch and see if he can get out of the inning. I don't think it really matters what arm I bring in against Rose, because Rose is just a dangerous hitter Rose is such a dangerous hitter no matter who's pitching. With a 348 average in 69. So 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, 5-3 Reds. Reds trying to get it. They're going to stick with Jarvis, hoping he can get the job done. Strategy. Nothing on the 2. Nobody moves. Ruiz at third. Corrales at second. Fans here at Crosley Field hoping for a hit. Jarvis. 2-3. Walk. 14 is high. Rose. 4-4. And yep, just like I said, that's going to be a base hit to center field for Pete Rose. Ruiz will score. Corrales with 2 outs, base runner 3. Single to center, +3 is a 6. Corrales will score. Rose on to first. It's 7-3 Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! And I'll be honest, it wouldn't have mattered who I brought in. Rose is 3 for 4. And Pete Rose is just Pete Rose. And now the batter is Stewart, and that will be it for Jarvis. So Jarvis comes out of the game, and the Braves will go to the bullpen. And we may see, it's in the 6th inning, may see a double switch, but we'll find out. I usually don't do it. Need to just get one out if possible here. And they're going to go with Claude Raymond. 3 wins, 4 losses, 2 saves, a 4.89 ERA. So Raymond will come on to pitch. Jarvis leaves with the L. And Cloninger leaves with the W at this time. So Claude Raymond will pitch to Jimmy Stewart. 2 men down. Rose is on at first. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 11. Rose on at first. Raymond will pitch. Raymond, 3-5. Pitcher result. Against the switch left, a 1-3 is a single. The 8 is too high. Stewart, 4-5, and he hits a base hit past first. Rose, no problem. He'll make third easily. Stewart to first, and the Reds are beginning to pour it on. And now the dangerous Tolan. Tolan is 1 for 3, a triple, and reached on an error. So runners at the corners here. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, but the Reds all over the Braves. Strategy roll still happening for Raymond, and nothing happening there. Raymond will go ahead and pitch. Raymond, 4-1. Against the lefty, it's a base hit right past the pitcher and up into the outfield. Rose will come in to score. Stewart's got great speed. He'll make third. Tolan to first. 8-3 Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! And it's just going to be one of those games. And now the batter is Perez. The Reds did score 10 runs in this game historically. Right now they got 8. So don't you tell me inside pitch isn't accurate. Stewart on at third, Tolan on at first. And now strategy rolls are off. Perez is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and got an extra base on an error. So now Raymond will go ahead and he will pitch. Raymond, 4-6, walk, 8, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. He walks Perez. And now the batter is May. And May is the 9th batter coming to the plate in this inning. So 2 outs. Claude Raymond is trying to stop the bleeding. But right now it's not working here. Raymond will go ahead and pitch to May. Raymond, 3-1. That's a blank. May. 2-4. And it's a fly out to left. That'll be handled by Rico Cardi. He will make the catch and retire the side. 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and a walk. 8-3 Reds after 6. Don't you tell me inside pitch is inaccurate. We go to the top of the 7th. Brian B says, don't bring in Carroll. So, who do you want me to save him? So, who do you want me to bring in here? Wayne Granger had the most appearances. He had 90 appearances, but he was more of the closer. And he could pitch to 7 batters. But who do you want me to bring in? Do you want me to make a choice? The bullpen for the Reds after Granger and Carroll is kind of garbage. Save them. All right, well, in that case, then, we will not use Granger or Carroll. So we're going to go with the next guy with the most appearances, and that's going to be Al Jackson. 1 win, no losses, 3 saves, a 6.87 ERA. But the Reds do have a 5-run lead. Is that going to be enough? So Al Jackson will come on to pitch. He can only pitch to 4 batters, but his job is maybe just get a quick out here. Claude Raymond coming out of the game. The Braves will go to the bench. And coming on to pitching for the Braves will be this bum, Orlando Cepeda, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. 257 average, 22 homers, 88 RBIs. Orlando Cepeda was on the bench for this game. He will come on to bat. So Al Jackson will pitch here. He can pitch to 4 batters before retiring, and we'll see what happens here. Top of the 7th, that's right, no lead is safe when you play inside pitch. Jackson, 4-3, possible error. Cepeda, 4-3. At the fly ball to center field, that ball is hit to Bobby Tolan. His error rating is a 7. That's a 14. He'll make the catch. Nice play by Tolan. And now the batter is Alou. And Alou is 2 for 3, a home run and a double. Jackson, he'll go ahead and pitch. Jackson, 3-3. Against the righty, it's a base hit right up the middle, and it'll be a single for Alou. So Alou gets a base hit. He's now a triple short of the cycle. So Alou needs a triple to get a cycle, but the batter now is Gonzalez. I don't think Alou's worried about a cycle. They just want to get some runs and get back into this game. Gonzalez is 1 for 3 with a bomb. Infield at double play depth. Doug Hunt joins us here at Crosley Field. Strategy rolls her off. Jackson, 3-4. And against the lefty, it's a home run result. Against the lefty, Gonzalez needs a 7, and he just missed with an 8. Gonzalez, 5-5. It's a deep fly ball to right field. Pete Rose is going back for it. He's at the track. He's near the wall, and he will make the catch for the out. And Gonzalez can't believe he didn't hit that one out. 2 down, and now the batter is this bum. Aaron is 0 for 3. Alou on it first. Jackson will pitch to him here. Aaron does have some issues against lefties, a little bit, but he does have some home run power no matter who's on the mound. 2 outs, top of the 7th, 8-3 Reds. Jackson, 4-6. Against the righty, it's a blank. Aaron, 2-3. And against the lefty, it's a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up by Perez. He's got it. Throws to second to get Alou, and the inning is over. What a job by Al Jackson to come in here and shut the Braves down. You don't see managing like this on that other channel with the cat. Bringing in Al Jackson, what a great call. We are at the 7th inning stretch, by the way. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after the night's game. Tomorrow night will be July 19th, and it is the last game of the season before the All-Star break. We will stay in the National League, and we're going from Crosley Field to Forbes Field for a big game between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Nelson Bryles will be going for the Cardinals, and Bob Veal will be going for the Pirates. So a big game tomorrow night at Forbes Field between the Redbirds and the Bucks. And that should be a pretty matchup. That's the last game before the All-Star break. Remember, the 1969 All-Star game from RFK Stadium will be Friday night with 2 travel days in between. So don't miss that action coming up. The All-Star game on Friday, but tomorrow night it is the Cardinals and the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Reds will be Tommy Helms, and he is 0 for 3. Braves need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Braves is going to be Paul Doyle. 2 wins, no losses, 4 saves, a 2.08 ERA. Doyle is the 3rd Braves pitcher, and he can pitch to 4 batters. So Paul Doyle will pitch to Tommy Helms here. Bottom of the 7th, 8-3 Reds. Doyle, 1-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Helms, 4-2. That's hit to left field. That's a 9 against the lefty. That's going to be a double. Tommy Helms hits a fly ball to left field. That will drop in, and Helms leads off with a double. So on to second he goes, and now here's Ruiz. Ruiz is 1 for 2 with a single. Yes, no games on Thursday and Saturday due to the All-Star break. It takes me a little time to put the All-Star teams together and take them apart because I got to go through every team in order to do it. It takes me some time. So, according to the rosters that are used for the All-Star game. Helms on at second. And strategy rolls, of course, are off. Doyle will pitch. Doyle, 6-1. Wild pitch. Yep, that's a wild one. And Helms goes to third. 1 wild pitch by Paul Doyle. Now the infield will play in. Doyle will go ahead and pitch. Doyle, 4-5. Home run chance. Switch right, 1-5. 12 is too high. When Ruiz had zeros anyway. Ruiz, 6-3, and that's a fly out to right field. That'll be caught by Alou. His sacrifice fly rating is a 3, and he brings in Helms. It's 9-3 Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that goes as a sacrifice fly for Chico Ruiz. The batter now is Corrales. Corrales is 1 for 3, a single, and got an extra base on an error. Yes, I know about that there, V-Dub Productions. Remember, Gaylord Perry says he'd never hit a home run. It would be until a man was put on the moon until he hits a home run. Doyle will go ahead and pitch to Corrales. Doyle, 6-6, error on a throw. Corrales, 1-4. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Clay the Boyer. His error rating is an 8. That's a 1. The throw is wide. Aaron's range is a 3. And he'll prevent the ball from getting past him, but Corrales is safe. Boyer commits an error on a throw that is an E5. And that is the 4th error on the Braves. We'll see a pinch hitter for Al Jackson as he did his job. And the Reds will go ahead and bring up a batter, and it's going to be Darrell Chaney. 191 average, no homers, 15 RBIs. So Darrell Chaney will go ahead, and he will pinch hit. Corrales on at first, infield double play, and there is 1 out. So Doyle, he will pitch to, will he pitch to Chaney? Yes, he will. Doyle, 3-5 against the switch right. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. 1-1-2. Shortstop, pivot Garrido, -1. The only way to turn a twin killing is on a 1. That is a 4. Corrales thrown out at second. Chaney reaches first on the fielder's choice. Now the batter is Rose. Doyle is tired. They're going to let him finish out the inning. You're down by 6 runs. You might as well. Doyle will pitch to Rose here with 2 outs now. Doyle with the pitch. 1-3 against the switch right. That's an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. That'll be handled by Rico Cardi. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit. 1 hit, 1 error, and a sacrifice fly. It's 9-3 Reds after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Braves will be Rico Cardi, and he is 1 for 2, a single, a walk, and got an extra base on an error. Reds need a pitcher. He says do not bring in Carroll or Granger. So coming on to pitch for the Reds now will be Pedro Ramos. 4 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, a 5.18 ERA. So Ramos coming in here. Jackson gets a hold. So Ramos will pitch to Cardi to start the top of the 8th. 9-3 Reds. Ramos, 3-1, hit by pitch. Yep, plunk, ouch. Cardi's a 0, but Ramos is a +10. So he hits Cardi on a hit batter. And that is the first one of the game. And now the batter is Boyer. He's had a rough game today. Boyer not bad at the plate, though. 2 for 3, a single and a double. But he's committed a couple of errors. Infield is at double play. Strategy rolls are off. Ramos, 2-4, range play. Boyer, 2-3, and that is a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Lee May. Here's a double play depth, so his range is a 3. He's got it. Now can he turn a double play? 3-2-2. Shortstop, pivot Ruiz 0. 1-2. It's a double play. No. The only play May had was to first, and he's going to take it to the bag himself. A Steeler fan calls my mom here, and that's going to be a runner moving over on the grounder to first base for out number 1. Next batter is Mian. Mian is 0 for 3. 1 out. Ramos will go ahead and pitch. Ramos, 1-5. That's at the park. Crosley Field, 4-2. It's grounded at the plate. That's going to get picked up by Pat Corrales. And my rule is if a runner's on second, the batter is out at first, and the runner advances to third. So Mian will be out. They take the short out at first. Cardi advances to third, and that's actually the right play anyway. You want to get the shore out. That's 2 down. So the batter is out at first. Runner advances to third. Cardi goes there. And now the batter is Didier, but there are now 2 away. Nice play there by Pat Corrales to make sure he gets the out. Ramos will pitch to Didier. Now 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Ramos, 3-3. That's a pitcher result against the lefty. A 1-17 is an automatic out. That's a 7, and that is going to be a fly ball to right field. Mr. Rose will get to that one and make the play and end the inning. Nothing across except the hit batter. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Jimmy Stewart leads off for the Reds. Doyle will come out of the game. He is tired. So the Braves will go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Braves is going to be Gary Niebauer. 1 win, 2 losses, a 3.88 ERA. Gary Niebauer will come ahead and come out to pitch. Is that pronounced Niebauer or Niebauer? Just to make sure. So Gary Niebauer will pitch. Jimmy Stewart leads off. Bottom of the 8th, 9-3 in favor of the Reds. Niebauer will pitch. 4-3. Home run result against the righty. Stewart needs a 6. The 20 is high. Stewart just missed his second bomb of the game. Stewart, 4-6, but he does get a base hit to left field. He'll take it, and that's a single for Stewart. Stewart having a great night, 3 for 5, 2 singles and a bomb. And now the batter is Tolan. Tolan 2 for 4, a single, a triple, and reached on an error. Infielder double play depth. Niebauer will go ahead and pitch. Niebauer, 3-4. Against the lefty, it's an automatic out. And that will be a ground ball to short, 2-1-2. Second base, pivot Mian -1. Only a 1 is a double play. No, Stewart will be thrown out at second base, and Tolan will reach first, 1 down. Fielder's choice. The next batter is Perez. And Perez is 2 for 3, a single and a double. Tolan on it first. Niebauer with the pitch. 6-5. Strikeout. 17. That's too high. Perez. 2-4. And that is a ground ball to second base. 4-3-4. Shortstop pivot. Garrido. A -1. A 1-3. It's a 4-6-3. This time they got it. Side retired. No runs and a hit for the Reds as Niebauer comes in there and gets the job done. But they have a 9-3 lead after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? Niebauer. Okay, so I was right. We go to the top of the ninth. Reds a 9-3 lead here. Pedro Ramos can still pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. Gil Garrido is the leadoff batter for the Braves. Question is, he's going to bat? And the answer is no. Garrido will come out. And coming on to pinch hit for the Braves is going to be Tito Francona. 318 average, 5 homers, 42 RBIs. So the Braves will need a shortstop, which they do have. And Francona will lead off against Ramos. Ramos will pitch. Might as well. You got a 6-run lead. Carroll or Granger are ready if needed. Ramos. 4-6. It's a blank. Francona, 6-6, fly ball left field. Jimmy Stewart will get to that, and he'll make the catch. 1 out. Wow, the Reds bullpen has done a heck of a job tonight. And now we'll see a pinch hitter for Niebauer. And coming on to bat for the Reds will be Bob Aspromonte. 253 average, 3 homers, 24 RBIs. I.D. Jester joins us here at Crosley Field. He is absolutely, totally amazing, by the way. Ramos will pitch. Ramos, 3-5. That's a range play at the park. Crosley Field, 3-1. That's a home run to the pull side against the righty. Aspromonte needs a 6. The 11 is too high. Now it's a range play to left field. Left fielder is Jimmy Stewart. He's going after it. His range is a 3, and he can't get it. That's going to be an automatic double. So Aspromonte does wind up with a 1-out double as Stewart couldn't get there. Puts a runner on second. The next batter is Alou. Alou's having a great night. 3 for 4. A single, double, and a homer. He needs a triple for the cycle. He can get one. Aspromonte on at second. 1 out. Pedro Ramos still has 2 more batters he can face before tiring. Aspromonte sets in there at second base. Ramos will pitch. Ramos, 1-1. Home run chance. Righty, 1-15. Wow, the 16 is too high. Alou gets the swing. 6-6, And it's a line drive to short. That's out number 2. And is Aspromonte a 2 or a 3? He is doubled off, and the game is over. No, Aspromonte gets back 2 down. A line drive to short, but Aspromonte gets back to second. So 2 away. The batter now is Gonzalez. Gonzalez is 1 for 4. He has a bomb. And now 2 outs. The fans here at Crosley Field, they are loud and ready, hoping the Reds can take this game home. An important game here for the Reds, trying to get back into the top 3 of the NL West. Aspromonte on at second. Gonzalez at the plate. Ramos looking to finish the game off. Ramos, 5-2 against the lefty. It's an automatic out. It's a fly ball to center field. Bobby Tolan comes in a little bit, puts out his glove. Block. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. This one belongs to the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit for the Braves, as the Reds will take a 9-3 victory over the Bravos tonight. Good win here for the Reds. They will now go to 46-42, and the Braves drop to 50-43. Final line score coming up. Last night we had 6 errors combined. Tonight we have 5. For the Reds, 9 runs, 13 hits, 1 error. For the Braves, 3 runs, 8 hits, and 4 errors. The winning pitcher is Tony Cloninger. He'll go ahead and get the win, even though Brian B. didn't want him to pitch. Ray Jarvis will take the loss. Jackson and Ramos will both wind up with a couple of holds. With a hold. So that's your game tonight as the Braves go ahead and fall to the Reds. As we're getting closer and closer to the All-Star break. And we're not done. 10-minute ticker is next. See, Brian B. didn't want Tony Cloninger to pitch tonight. Wow, Tony Cloninger went ahead and went to Brian B. Hey, you know, I'm on the mound here. And he gets it done. Nice night for Tony Cloninger. He gets it done. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. 10-minute ticker brought to you by, Christ, I can't find it, the hell with it. Let's see. So, the Reds get the victory here over the Braves, 9-3. Let's see how the rest of the majors does. July 16th, and I believe if I'm correct, the Apollo 11 moon landing did launch today. Cleveland at Baltimore in a doubleheader. Indians 0-24, that is 1. Orioles 15-45, and that is 6. A win for the O's. Game 2. Cleveland 4-53, that is 4. Orioles 12-56, and that's 7. The Orioles take both. That team was pretty good. Kansas City at California. Kansas City 165, that's 6 actually. California 661, that's 5. That will be a win for the Royals. White Sox and Minnesota in a doubleheader. White Sox 743, that is 4. Twins 1526, that's 4. They go to extras. Let's see. White Sox roll a 3 plus 0. Minnesota rolls a 1. Minus 3 is -2. That's a win for the Pale Hose. White Sox are actually on a hot streak. Game number 2. White Sox 342, and that is 3. Twins 17-24, and that is 4, and they will split the twin bill. Boston and the Yankees. Red Sox 12-24, and that is 3. Yankees 5-45, and that is 4. It's a win for the Yanks. Oakland at the Pilots. Athletics 15-56, that is 7. Pilots 11-35, and that is 4. A win for the A's. Detroit at Washington. Tigers 4-43, and that is 3. Senators 7-25, and that is 2. That's a win for the Tigers. They'll take that win. Mets and the Cubs. Mets have been up and down the last few 10-minute tickers. Mets 662, and that is 6. Cubs 955, and that is also 6. They will tie. Mets roll a 4, plus 3 is 7. Cubs roll a 5, plus 0. That will be a happy recap for my Mets. Dodgers and the Astros. Dodgers 361, and that is 5. Astros 463, and that is 6. That's a win for the Stros. Pirates and the Expos. Pirates 15-15, that is 2. Expos 10-52, that is 5. That's a win for the Spos. Padres and the Giants. Padres minus 143, that is 2. Giants 16-21, and that is 3. Win for the G-Men. Phillies and the Cardinals. Phillies 125, and that's only 1. Cardinals 1242, and that's 5. Cardinals are overachieving so far in this season. That's a win for the Redbirds. On to July 17th, Cleveland at Baltimore. Cleveland 231, that's 2. Orioles 19-23, that's 4. Another win for the O's. White Sox and the Twins. White Sox 8-26, 3 runs. Twins 14-43 and 5 runs. It's a win for the Twin Cities. Oakland and the Pilots. Athletics 17-31, that is 4. Pilots 7-32, that is 3. It's a win for the A's. Detroit at Washington. Tigers 7-24, 2 runs. Senators 8-24, 2 runs. That will go to extras. Tigers roll a 5, minus 1 is 4. Senators roll a 4, plus 0 is 4. That is a tie, which means the Senators win in extras by home field. Atlanta at Cincinnati. Braves 13-35, and that is 4. Reds 8-64, and that's 7. That game belongs to the Reds. Pirates and the Expos. Pirates 15-35 and 5 runs. Expos 7-22, that's 2 runs. Raise the Jolly Roger. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 10-16, that is 2. Giants 9-15, and that is 1. And the Dodgers get the win. Phillies and the Cardinals. Phillies 7-21, that's 2. Cardinals 7-62, and that is 6. And the Redbirds get the win. On to July 18th, Baltimore at Boston. Orioles 17-12 and 1 run. Red Sox 5-56, and that's 5. That will be a win for the Red Sox. Oakland at California. Athletics 10-46, that is 5. Angels 5-43, and that's 3. It's a win for the A's. Kansas City and the White Sox. Kansas City 5-24, 2 runs. White Sox 6-14, 1 run. The R's get the win. Detroit at Cleveland. Tigers 12-16, and that is 2. Indians 161, and that is 4. That's a win for the Tribe. Washington and the Yankees. Senators 526, and that's 2. Yankees 656, and that is 5. Yankees get the win. Yankees aren't going anywhere. Minnesota at Seattle in a doubleheader. Minnesota 1423, and that's 3. Pilots 561, and that's 5. Game number 2. Minnesota 1542, and that's 5. Pilots 764, that's 7. The Pilots win both. 2 bad losses by the Twins. Padres and the Braves in a doubleheader. Padres 254, that's 4. Atlanta 1333, and that's 4. They go to extras. Let's see here. Padres roll a 5, plus 3 is 8, and the Braves have 1, plus 2 is 3. The Padres get the first game. Padres 2-11, that's 0. Atlanta 11-21, and that is 2. They will split the twin bill. Astros and the Reds. Astros 1345, and that is 5. Reds 1463, that is 8. And this game belongs to the Reds. They sweep tonight. Mets and the Expos. Mets 10-21, and that is 2. Expos 0-14, that is 0. And the Mets go ahead and get themselves a sweep on a happy recap. Well, they didn't play the 17th, but they do get 2 wins tonight. Cubs and the Phillies. Cubs 1335, and that is 4. Phillies 824, and that's 2. That's a win for the Cubbies. Cardinals and the Pirates. We have these 2 tomorrow night. Cardinals 763, and that is 6. Pirates 363, and that is 5. And the Cardinals will get that win. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 714, that is 1. Giants 462, and that's 5. And that's a win for the G-Men. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be July 19th, our final game before the All-Star break. We will be at Forbes Field as the St. Louis Cardinals take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Nelson Bryles will be going for the Cardinals, and Bob Veal will be going for the Pirates. So a good matchup to end the first half of the season before the All-Star break. Bryles and Veal, Bucks and Cardinals tomorrow night. The All-Star game is Friday night at 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. Ben Witz, David Vega, Vita Productions, Brian B., I.D. Jester, and Matthew Stringer. And let's see, John Haverly, Ron McGrath, Craig Scarborough, Philip Reynolds, Rob's Tabletop Hoops, Jeremy Brooks, Marlon Price, Steeler Fan, Jimmy Jam, and I think I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. This game belongs to the Reds as the Reds go ahead and take the Braves and just circle the wagons around them and put them in jail. Reds over Atlanta tonight, 9-3. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.